Alright, so I'm just gonna do the normal one. I'm gonna play on core, and that's a more difficult difficulty. So if you can see on core, it says over here, choosing this difficulty is not recommended for people who aren't familiar with the system. That's because number of enemies, as you can see down here, increased, weather effects heavy, like, so it's got some tougher things going on, and especially early game, it's really tough. Yeah, we're gonna do an evil run. So we're gonna leave that off. We're gonna start with this on, and I'm gonna have to play with this at the beginning, just to get the experience correct, but let's see. Alright. I'm gonna do a custom character, obviously. My favorite 3.5 monster. Gotta be the Froghemoth. Alright, so let's see. We're doing an evil run, so let's... no. Alright, we gotta figure out what we're gonna look like. I don't like almost any of these. Alright, do we have anything over here that can... help me out? What should I do for the portrait? I think I'm gonna do like a sorcerer build, and because it's an evil run, I kind of want to do run with like an ASMR. This guy looks kind of cool. She's gnarly looking. I don't know. What are you thinking for portrait? Or it could be people from Kingmaker. Yeah, I mean, that guy looks like a douchebag. This guy is a douchebag. I remember him from that game. There we go. We'll go with this guy. He was pretty evil in the game that he's from. You said up one. This one? He's a chilla. Or are you saying up one to this guy? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna play a sorcerer. We're gonna play a Sylvan Sorcerer because it gives us an animal companion, and that is exactly what we're looking for. It's gonna be... because I want to play a sorcerer because I've never played an arcane caster as my main character. I always do melee. But I want to try arcane casting, but it's going to be really tough because the early game is tough in this game, so we're going to play a Sylvan Sorcerer and get an animal companion, and that's going to help us out a ton. So, Sorcerer is going to need Charisma. And because we're doing evil playthrough, I think it'd be cool to do like a Fallen ASMR kind of thing. So we can do something like this. Strength and Charisma, Intelligence and Charisma. I mean, Sorcerer really only needs Charisma. And I'm not going to be anywhere near the front lines, so maybe we'll do... Constitution and Charisma's not bad. Dex and Charisma. I think we're gonna go with Muse Touched, Dex and Charisma. Then I'm gonna get +2 on Persuasion and Mobility checks. I was using this on my playthrough where I'm not streaming, and the restoration was really good, but what are you gonna do? Then we're gonna take Street Urchin and Pickpocket because it gives us a bonus to initiative rolls. And now I'm gonna go up to 19 here. So I don't think... What is... Will saving throws... Intelligence is just 2 skills. Constitution we're gonna want. I don't think we need any strength. So we're gonna be a complete backliner. We can do something like that. That'll give us some... We'll do that for the skills. In fact, why don't we do this? Oh, I still have 2. We'll do that. I don't want to be too fucked in strength. Alright, so we're gonna do persuasion because we're the face of the party. We're gonna do lore, knowledge. Ooh. It's probably you because my my connection is good, but we'll see. If it persists, let me know. Okay. And I got one more. I'll do trickery, so I can pick some locks by myself. Well, I'm not really gonna ever need to do that. I'm not gonna need stealth either. I'm gonna have someone to do lore nature. I'm gonna have someone to do lore world. Suppose I could do knowledge arcana. See, now I'm wondering if this intelligence was worth it. Could just do that and not have the penalty to strength, but I'll keep it for now. I'll do knowledge arcana. Alright. So we're gonna specialize in conjuration at the beginning, because that's gonna be all our crowd control type spells. And then later we're gonna push into doing evocation, because that's gonna be our damage dealing stuff. But for now, we're gonna stick with specializing in conjuration. Other things we might get, we might do some meta magic later down the line. We're gonna need spell penetration further down the line, but not for this early game. Alright. Right, and then we get sorcerer bonus feats. So I think we're just gonna double up on the conjuration. Yeah. We're gonna double up on conjuration for now. And then could do... Is riding dog different from just a dog? Alright, so a wolf, strength, little higher dex, constitution, and then special quality scent. I heard leopard's good early game too, but I think... Yeah, there used to be just a regular dog companion, and it was kind of broken. I'm gonna take a wolf. Grease is the most important spell early game, and... What's the other one we're gonna take? We're going all crowd control to start. Might have to take mage armor though. Yeah. Alright. Our deity is not super important. Obviously we want to take an evil deity. But we'll take Urgathoa, because she's super evil. Yep, death and magic and strength. And her favorite weapon is a scythe, which if that gives me, we'll do neutral evil, if that gives me like proficiency in scythes, that would be huge. How do I get rid of all this fucking paint? Not scars. Face. There we go. the newest D&D system it's like, they call it like 5.5. And I think it's bad. I don't know, it's pretty... Yeah, it's like 5.5, and it's bad. It's just like they took 5e and just didn't do that much with it, like tweaked it just a little bit. I don't want a receding hairline. They just tweaked it a little bit, and it's not really all that. We'll do that. Eye color has to stop being that. Alright. Purple eyes, because we're Daenerys Targaryen. War paint. Sick. Clothes, red and blue actually looks really good.
We do it my way. Burn, slice, behead.
That's a little...
I didn't even break a sweat.
No.
So it comes to this.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, a name. Chumber. As usual. And we'll do... There we go. Nice. Alright. Gonna get a dog. We're gonna get a wolf. We're gonna be a sorcerer. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, 5.5. They just kind of upgraded the old 5e system, which was really bad to begin with. And I don't know, like, can't really fix that all that much. And they didn't change any of the things that were bad about it. Alright, now is when you're gonna have to tell me volume is actually starting to matter. How am I sounding over top of the music? Alright, we're carrying me. Alright, that's me.
Hey, somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
So, I think for the dialogue, I'm gonna not listen to all of it. I'm gonna click through some of it, unless it's important or a big moment. Because, you know, some of the dialogue's decent, but there's a lot of theater kid dialogue. So, alright, yeah, we're gonna... I'm going to turn down... Let's see, sound... The ambient's going down. Music volume is gonna go way down. And I think we'll turn down the sound effects. And then keep the voice and the dialogue up. Music magic chance can go down. Alright. Now again, you'll have to tell me if it's a bit too loud.
Demons, prelate. We found him barely alive outside the walls of Canabris.
Alright, demons outside the walls. There's always demons. That's kind of the theme of this game. And then Canabris, that's the city we live in.
Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses.
But I think the voices in this game, the voice actors are really good.
Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival.
Alright. We get the picture.
O Inheritor, leader of our troops.
Alright, he's trying to heal us.
That's the Crusader spirit. My powers are not enough here.
This might be one of the weaker voice performances in the whole game, actually.
And make yourself useful. Go and get Perendalev.
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
I'll get her. Perendalev! Has anyone seen Perendalev?
So you get a little hint at some of our future companions here. Who am I? I'm Gurmchumber. Yeah, me too. Usually Churmgumber. I don't know who I am. You just dropped me here.
My
I have
dear
no background,
prelate,
buddy.
Please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor man. He has been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of him.
All right, as you...
Alright, so he's overzealous. That's his whole thing. I don't need to watch them walking away.
Grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let
It
light
worked.
and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
So, I skipped over it a little, but he mentions that the prelate mentioned that Tarendalev is a dragon. So,
You don't
are you
believe
really
me?
a dragon? Alright,
Perhaps
theater
I
kid
should retake
dialogue.
my true form.
Can I
Certainly.
go?
But do not be discouraged. You will recover. I promise you that.
Alright. My mission is to have fun. Alright, I don't... Yep, there's my wolf. Oh, he doesn't have a name? What the heck? Oh, there we go. Alright. You're gonna get Bully, because it gives us Trip, and he's gonna be incredible for us. When making a trip attack, add dex bonus. Actually, I might give him dodge to start. Actually, no. We'll stick with Fury's Fall. Dodge at level 2. We're gonna name my dog Calvin. Alright. So me and my dog are having fun. And if you're not, like, watching right now, I'd encourage you to, like, watch with your eyes, because the cutscene here is probably the best cutscene work they do in the whole thing. I'm actually also gonna take a look. Okay, I can just do any of those spells as many times as I want. I've got some spells, okay. Alright, Zach, you watching? Okay, so I've got some scrolls. Well, hope you are watching, because it's just like the only good cutscene work they do the whole time. Alright, middle of the festival. That's good voice work, in my opinion. It's good stuff. Alright. Yep, bunch of demons just popped up. But we have a protector dragon. And she's fucking people up already. Just boom.
Discari, Lord of Locusts, leave my city!
There's the demon lord. She's gonna fight him as a dragon. Yeesh.
Let the feast begin.
Yep. And that's how the game starts.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone.
Alright.
What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help
This
you
is
out.
the guy that carried me
Scroll
in.
here with a
And this is the
protective spell.
kind of related to the storyline that didn't, like, it connect with me the first time I played through, because just the pieces of the storyline are too spread out and, like, drip fed, and it's like a 100-hour game. But if you remember this guy, then it is a decent storyline. Alright,
Sure
lend me a
thing.
weapon.
Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. Good luck.
Alright.
Try not
Gives it to me, says it's a good crossbow, especially good. Said it should pierce Demon Lord flesh. And I take the shot. It's not a normal shot, but
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts.
and again, there's a lot of stuff that is more rewarding on like a next playthrough, because like seeing that part of the cutscene, when you first play it, you're like, oh, of course I hit him, you know, of course I actually do damage, but like all of that, the guy who carries me in and I have no backstory, and that shot hitting him with the weird looking like trail to the shot,
The silver
all
dragon
means
Tyrendelev,
something.
the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
Alright. And we're off. Also, someone cast Featherfall on me when I fell in here, which is another thing where it's like, you would never notice that on your first playthrough, but it matters. Because it comes into a storyline later.
Oh, holy mother of...
Alright, small woman, just covered with stuff.
You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a
And you feel your legs.
Say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Tyrendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
Now, how evil am I playing this? Because obviously I could play it where it's, like, comically evil, right? I don't help anyone for free, these random people, or I could just help them. You want me just picking evil options even when it's just being a dick for dick's sake? So that's probably what we're gonna do. I have good diplomacy, too. I like, this is one of the best things that they've got in this game, is I can hover over the diplomacy check and it says, okay, the DC is 12, I have diplomacy at +10. So, evil, I'm telling her, I don't help anyone for free, pay up or get stuck.
Yeah, sure thing. Look, you don't owe
And
us
it worked.
anything, after all. Here, take this.
200
That's all I got.
gold, it's pretty
Now,
decent.
do me a favor and get me out of here. This position ain't as comfy as it looks.
Alright, we're just gonna be evil, because I'm never like a dick evil. There's only a few times where I'll be like, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. And that'll be because, you know, it's like attacking a character that we need later.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse.
Alright, she
Well, I'm
introduces
Sela.
herself. She's a Nevia
By the
of the
grace
Eagle's
Ironwood,
Watch.
I crossed the whole continent to
This
come
is
to Mended and
Sela.
fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now.
She's the paladin with the personality of a Bud Light. But I think she's one of the iconic characters. Like Pathfinder, the actual like tabletop game, has iconic characters for each class. And like ever since 1E, like early on, they did like a representative for each class as a character, and they would show up in the adventure paths and in all the rule books, and I think she's the one for Paladin.
I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabras has lost the protection of Tyrendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomede's herald, with the goddess's blessing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart.
Um,
Stone or no, dragon or no, Canabras will never give in. Simple as.
Alright, I'm Gurm Chomber.
Whoa, girl, slow down. Exchanging names is enough.
Yeah,
for
we
now.
gotta get out of here.
Now then, I'll
Alright. And now I have to swap... What's the in the difficulty. I have to swap only active companions receive experience because I'm about to get a new companion.
My way out of here somehow.
And I want her to
The
join
city ain't
at the
far,
same
only
level as
30
us.
paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3
Alright,
of
we
us.
don't need you to summarize.
Rely on me.
Alright, now we have Sela. Uses longswords, heavy shields, heavy armor. She's our tank, which means she's going to be fighting defensively. You might be fighting defensively too. What's your armor class? 20's not bad, but you're going to fight defensively as well. And I'm going to be not doing it. I'm not going to ride my dog, so I can get rid of that. Always quick save. Everyone should be coming. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Terendilev's scale. Ouch.
Who's there?
Alright, so we've got this noble. She's got nice clothes on, but they're covered in dirt and blood. She has a rapier. At her feet is a dead body, and it's mutilated so bad that you can't tell if it's animal or
Relax,
human.
friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, alright? We fell down here during the attack.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I
Yeah.
thought...
I'm gonna ask her if she wants to join us.
Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
Alright, let's keep moving.
That's right. It would be the height...
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
Alright, now we have Camellia, who... somewhere in there, when she joined us, actually hurt herself. Because she's, spoiler alert, the mutilated body at her feet, that was her work, because she's a stone cold freak. And I think you're gonna get our Cloak of Resistance. You have a rapier and a shield, chain shirt, and an amulet that allows the wearer to conceal their alignment, because she's evil as hell. We'll do that, and now, think as long as we're gonna turn that back on for now. What's her armor class? 19? She's also gonna be a frontliner. And we're gonna play in turn-based mode, because we're on core. We are absolutely screwed if we try to do this on anything but turn-based. Alright, do these guys have any resistances?
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Immunities? No, no resistances. Alright, so I can just hit you with some fire. I suck. Alright, Kelvin, get out there. That's a mess. That's a mess. Whoa. Actually, you can deal with that just fine, because you're not actually a companion. Yo. This is a misfest. It's a good thing I'm... There we go.
The spirits demand your blood!
Alright, I'm sick of the misfest. Let's hit. Oh. Everybody here sucks. Except for Nevia, apparently. See, she can't even roll an 8. It is ridiculous. Nobody can roll a 15. There we go. Calvin's got him. Alright, why is our formation a line? Alright, I'm in the back. Heavy armor, and we'll do that. There's another Turendelev scale.
Keep your calm. Time to practice my combat abilities.
So, once we start getting tougher opponents, hey, I finally hit somebody. I'm gonna have to use... Oh, there we go. I'm gonna have to use my actual spells, but I can't be resting all the time, so I'm not gonna waste spell slots on some giant flies. Alright, everybody's chipping in this time.
The time for words has passed.
But yeah, having Calvin is absolutely massive. I mean, it's having a whole other companion, basically. Glitches. Yo, she's so annoying, the fact that she can't move more than like 8 feet in her heavy armor. And let me know if you want to like understand a little more about what exactly is going on, because I'm doing this combat a little quickly, so if there's anything you don't really understand, or something on screen that you don't understand, let me know. Like why I'm doing something, or what something is.
I'll cut you wide open.
Alright, there we go. Alright, we got some bracers of armor. I don't think, oh, the dog can wear them. Very nice. Alright, Kelvin's got some armor. Let's get moving. Do I have the cantrip light? That's flare. Is that the same as light? A burst of light. No, here's light. I'm going to cast it on our person in the front. There we go, and now I can actually see a little bit. But the brightness levels of being in a cave is not ideal. Alright. After the misfest that was the beginning, this isn't half bad. You hit a 1, really? I'm scared of those, but I want to finish this off.
So it comes to this.
Come on, Kelvin. Get him. Alright, it's gonna take a crit for them to hit Sela, and they keep choosing to swing at her, so we're good. And there we go. Eventually, these kinds of spells won't work so well, because every single thing in the entire game apparently seems to have a resistance to fire. Like, I wonder if this guy has some sort of resistance. Nope. No resistances.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh, come on, you only needed to roll an 8. Ooh, and he only needs to roll a 14, so let's try to kill this guy fast.
Into the fray.
You are today's
And you
sacrifice.
roll a 2.
You've made your choice.
Okay. We're getting lucky here. Let's...
The inheritor, guide my blade.
I just realized I don't think our dog is tripping.
So this
Yep,
is how
there it
it's
is. She's down and has venom on her. It's fucked up. I thought the dog tripped automatically. Trips things automatically. Yo, somebody please kill this thing. Did it just... Okay, it's attacking Kelvin. I thought it just tried to bite a dead camellia. I'd be so mad.
Without risk.
Come on, she was like one of our main damage dealers. Somebody please roll a hit. This is ridiculous. Everyone's just missing each other. And it's too early game for me to build my mechanics to basically rig the whole thing in my favor. Please, dog, please hit. Oh my god. Somehow I've been hitting every single time. Whew. You haven't rolled a 15 in like 10 tries. Alright. We only have 2 of these? I don't want to use one of those yet. Alright, we're about to get 2 new companions, so we're going to switch this back to off. Alright, this I think is the best thing this game does.
It's got to be here somewhere.
Alright, so this guy is a mongrel, and he lives underneath... These guys live underneath the city, and yeah, he's half lizard.
WotR.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
So this voice actress for WotR is the same voice actress for the narrator in BG3, and also the malady in
Do-gooders here to save our
Divinity.
souls, no doubt. Wait, they might know what's going on up there.
Yeah, demons are
If
laying
things
waste
are as
to the
bad
whole
as you
city.
say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canabres. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the Underground Crusaders, the children of the Crusades' finest.
Sadly, Underground Crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
And I'm not gonna attack them because they're companions. Alright, what's going on here?
That's none of your bit.
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it.
Alright.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. You think you're special, lad?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle.
Yo, what's up?
Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Dylan, you gotta listen to the little spider cat girl here. It's the same voice actress as the narrator for BG3, and she sounds... She's putting on a voice, and it's pretty crazy.
Yes.
Ask her what the shield
There
means.
are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us.
I think she has the best voice performance in the whole thing.
I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the
Sword of Holy Flame.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears
probably
found a dead
a
angel here,
day.
along with the bodies of his comrades.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Lan, watch your tongue.
Alright, can we just go? I'll help you.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help.
Now we're talking.
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface?
Yes, exactly.
So be it.
Let's all team up. Why are you not added to my... Also, this is crazy. The fact that she's gonna have that.
Found something.
Alright, is that the sword? No. It's a copper ring. Also a terrible mechanic. The fact that perception, and if you don't roll well on perception, you just don't get things.
Now what is that?
Alright. I found the sword. You guys were right next to it. I gotta say, the red and the blue look really good. Alright. So, this is something I actually really like that they have in this, that I kind of wish they had in other games, but it's like storybook sections. Strange flash pierces the gloom, and Gurmchumber feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Tarendalev reopens and weeps scarlet, but there's no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber, this one or another one entirely. Gurmchumber's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly burst into his mind, thoughts that clearly belonged to another. Treachery. They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my trusted friends, and the people I swore to protect. The people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. Alright, so we've touched the blade, and apparently we're seeing what this angel thought. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw closer? Do they believe I'm about to die from their traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I have the strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Gurmchumber intuits that he can control them somehow. So I'm going to call out to the traitors. Alright, I'm not going to keep reading all of this, but, well, voice trembling with pain and rage carries to the farthest reaches of the cave ceiling in this strange vision. Why? Why did you betray me and your comrades? What did the servants of the Abyss tempt you with? Blurred shapes and faces of several mortals bleed into existence. One of them, a young half-elf with his hair twisted into a knot, responds to the accusations. You and your goddess have given us nothing, Lariel. Nothing. But Lord Discari will give us everything. And there's no power in the world that will stop his advance. So Discari is the one that just killed the dragon up top. Lariel is the angel. If you haven't noticed, this game is all a crusade of angels versus demons. Frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear. Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready, there's no going back. There in the vision, the darkness of the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow, the sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white-hot, Grimchumber's head pounds with pain, and there's no longer clear whose pain it is, the person called Lariel who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. Alright, so I can try a will check, determined to fight off the illusion, or I could try a knowledge arcana check, which I'm a little bit better at, and I know how to resist malign influence. I'm going to try that. It worked! There we go. Let's see. I rolled a 10. And had a +5, so it worked. The force of the attack, though originating in a vision, is terrifying, but Grimchumber is stronger. He shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. Nice drawing here of Discari choking out an angel. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It's not real. It exists only as strained vision or memory, but the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow features starkly remember those of Discari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they called Lariel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks like a fly with his wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old, then quavering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you're dying here alone, so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks, his vitality ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength plunges it into the rock. That's what we just found. Grimchumber senses the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this. You will kill me, monster, this I know, but one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and punish evildoers and traitors instead of save and protect the innocent because we're evil. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Grimchumber does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. Yo, what's up, Nacho? Words fly from his lips, and with them, something else. The heat blazing in Grimchumber's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Grimchumber sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather, its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Grimchumber senses that it will return. All he need do is call it. Here's another cutscene, which I'm actually writing a thing up right now about how...
Hey, are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
There's a certain charm to cutscenes where you can only puppeteer 3D models rather than like, you know, the full mocap of BG3. She's offering a prayer to Iomade, which is the Inheritor, Light of the Sword, Lady of Valor. We'll learn more about her.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
I think I saw the memories of Lariel the Angel who died here.
Lariel? That
Lariel.
really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
This guy's such a dork.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it. And now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
I'm built different.
Now, WotR, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us.
Yeah, for one thing, you're made of fucking lizard parts.
All that other stuff. Because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint.
Alright,
I know
that's a
you're
little
willing to
self-deprecating.
tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth.
Alright, so
We are the way we are
the really
because our
crazy
ancestors'
thing
bodies were corrupted by the abyss. It
that
does the
makes
same
this
thing to
game
plants
like
and animals.
just a
There's
step or
nothing
two ahead
heroic
of
or
everything
special
else.
about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
Is the mythic paths. The mythic paths make the story of this game so much better. So this is like a step on the angel mythic path, which, you know, we're not gonna end up taking, but we're just sampling right now. We don't have to actually choose until the end of Act 2. And we're gonna end up taking a different one, and I'm not gonna say which evil mythic path we're gonna take, but we're gonna reveal the light of heaven. It seems I can control it. Best spell in 3.5.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life.
Yo, true.
Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
That's definitely haste. Yeah, Nacho's right. Because
Yes,
if I'm ever
similar,
playing...
But this light is more...
Alright, lead me to your
Let's go.
chief. Yeah. In this game, if I ever have an encounter I can't beat, I just use a potion of haste. And that does it for me. Or, you know, scroll of haste, more like. But or have someone that can cast it, hopefully. Mobility check failed. Well done. Alright. Mobility check succeeded. Maybe Camellia shouldn't be a frontliner with only 1 HP. We're gonna drink that. So you're not so squishy. Rolled a 2. Good job. That's a big ass spider. So there's a build for Wendwag that I'm gonna use in this. It's so busted. It's sick. Hang on, we're gonna go back to only active companions. It's so busted because see, he already has like a multi-shot. He's good too, but we're not gonna use him because he's a good guy. What's up, Ferugum Nacional? Have you ever played this game before? But for Wendwag, we're gonna have dual throwing axes. And then she gets like rapid shot and stuff like that, and just absolutely wrecks house. She ends up with like by level like 8, she has like 5 shots per round with throwing axes, and her stats are kind of crazy, so it's all sick. And like it's set up so that Lan is like the good guy companion, and you go with WotR for evil. Gameplay's going well, but also WotR's her redemption arc is so good. I take her for all my good playthroughs too, and she's not boring like Lan. Yeah, it's going well. I'm playing on core, and
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
I'm gonna try to do. We're doing an evil playthrough, but I'm not revealing what the
Yet another obstacle.
what the playthrough's gonna be, like what mythic path just yet. But I'm playing Sylvan Sorcerer. So if you're pretty well versed in this game, you might have an idea where I might be going if I'm a sorcerer and doing an evil playthrough.
So it comes to this.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Alright, not bad. You stay back just a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go.
You won't survive me.
Yeah, he's got a cool class. It's a monk that's built around being an archer. And so he gets a bunch of shots. Unfortunately, I've never done a playthrough where I kept him. I've never gone past, like, Act 2 on any playthrough where I took him with me. Because he's just not nearly as interesting as WotR as a character.
I'll just
Oh my lord.
don't worry about me.
They'll beg me to stop.
Alright, we need to kill this thing. At least she's not dead. A 1.
Endure this.
Last run was me as a demon and my companions using shadow magic to turn into dragon. So it's me as a demon with dragons around. That's pretty sick. My current Wand of Cure Light Wounds, much needed.
I will help where I can.
My current like non-stream playthrough is. Oh, that was a nice potion. There you go. High roll. Is demon.
A bright future awaits us.
And I'm trying. It's demon, and I'm doing like a glaive, blood rager build,
Did we find trouble?
and it's been pretty sick.
Make every strike count.
WotR's probably the first romance I've ever done where I was like actually happy with the writing. Maybe I liked Losa in Divinity Original Sin 2, but
No glory without
I think I liked WotR much more. She just really good writing, and then the voice acting. Nice shot. The voice acting for WotR is just absolutely top tier, and in the final final scene of her romance, where she's like fully redeemed and is so well performed, it's ridiculous. The Emperor tentacling me in BG3 wasn't good. Not my favorite piece of writing, no. It was certainly an interesting piece of motion capture. But I'm gonna go with no. I tried. What was my romance in the in my solo playthrough of BG3? I did Lazo, I think, and that was you know, he's okay. Like I said, like I liked Losa and Divinity also, but yeah, I just think that Larian isn't
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
the. But can we fucking hit, please? Larian isn't that great at writing, just in general. In fact, I think the story of BG3 in general is actually kind of terrible. It's not like about anything. I kind of want to actually do a whole Substack piece of writing about this game and Larian, BG3 and Divinity and mocap and that sort of thing. And actually, we're gonna do a pre-level up save. We'll say level 2 pre. We're gonna stay Sylvan Sorcerer the whole time, although we might go Lore Master eventually. Okay. Okay, nice and simple. And then Sela. Alright. Here's where I'm gonna get a little funky. Sela's gonna go Witch. She's gonna go Stigmatized Witch. So we're gonna like try to totally armor class max on Sela. Mobility, I gotta get her to level 3 so she can do defensive fighting. I mean, we're not gonna play with Sela the whole time anyway, because she's gonna leave us for being evil eventually. What are we doing? Lizard, because we're AC maxing. And an Ice Plant, which is more AC maxing. And you're gonna get... Let's see. -1 on saving throws against disease, but I get immune to sickened. I think that's what we want. Because it's only... We could do lame. Reduce my land speed by 10. But I'm not going to continue with Witch, so I don't think that it keeps this. I am planning on having Nenio in the party. As irritating as she is, I want to do a, you know, just maxing out her illusion and do Phantasmal Killer. I'm going to do Plagued, because it's the least bad. And then, doesn't really matter what she gets here, because she's not going to actually be able to cast spells anyway. But we'll do Unbreakable Heart, and you'll grab Mage Armor for the dog. Yeah, I think I'll take Nenio, but also at the same time, I might end up with, and then I might end up with having a couple other people. I mean, I'm taking Wenduag all the way to the end. And I'm probably going to end up using Regil, because he's evil and we're doing an evil playthrough. This doesn't actually matter. Precise Shot. And Longbow. We might get you back eventually. And Wenduag. I think we're going to do Rogue Rowdy. And then after this, go back into Fighter until like level 10. Let's see. You're going to be our Lore Nature person. Oh, wait, we got one more. Trickery, just in case. Or, what's it? Mobility's everybody has mobility. The dog has mobility. We're fine. Alright. And we leveled up the dog. So, after the... what? Next level, we're going full in for Camellia on a hunter build, but she needed that ice plant hex. Alright, so Wendowag's kept me behind. She's saying, listen here, I don't know who you are, where you came from, but you and I are the only two people who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Sol. Why? Lan is sure that the light should be shown. Yeah, had to name the dog after Zach's dog. He was the first one in chat, so he wins. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it's suicide. The worst part of the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. So this is the scene that hooked me on maybe the whole game, but like especially on Wendowag as a character, because it was like she's made out to be the evil one, but like she just makes perfect sense here. I wanted someone who was strong, and Lan, as much as I knew like they wouldn't mechanically hamstring him, I figured like Wendowag seems stronger in her personality and everything, and I wanted to do like a thematic playthrough on my first playthrough. So, and this, where she's like, it sounds like she actually does care about her people. I thought you'd consider the Mongols to be great warriors. We're the descendants of great warriors, but, you know, we've been stuck in these caves. Spent my whole life training so I can make it to the end of the shield maze. There were most of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What are a couple monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? And yeah, the other thing was, it was like, yeah, we're going to need someone strong. There's a whole, we just watched a demon chop a dragon's head off, so she just seems reasonable. Alright, I'll think about it. Let's go. And yeah, it hooked me. It's such a compelling character hook because it likes to pretend that, you know, it seems like she's the evil option, but it's like, you do care a little bit about these people. What the hell? Did it not just... Okay. It stopped me right before the thing. You said you got Minthara? I've literally never done a BG3 playthrough with where I got Minthara. I always kill her immediately. I mean, I only did one or two, like, half solo playthroughs, one of which I made it to Act 3 and never finished, and then I did a solo playthrough with my brothers, and we didn't really care about any of the companions because we were playing a 4-person multiplayer. Alright. First impression of the Magro village is a squalid dump with the odors to match. Yeah, a bunch of freaks in here. Uplanders, eh? End times are upon us, indeed. Which, I kind of like the way they write him. I don't know why he doesn't have a portrait. He has, you know, enough lines in this game to make me think he should have one. Chief Sol, we found the angel sword, blah blah blah. He comes running in and telling him at full volume. Lan always streaming, always talking. You're too hasty. Alright, obviously I'm going with Wendowag. Lan's mistaken, we didn't find anything. I don't know why you're lying. Tell him, Wendu. I saw the light shining between the rocks and then it went out. Lan saw what he wanted to see. Why are you doing this? Doing what? Telling the truth? I ain't gonna say nothing. You and Wendu have worked everything out between yourselves. You've played me for a blind mole here. Hey, chill, man. Chief Sol, I'm pretty sure, is part mole. Everybody around me said they didn't want to go anywhere or save anyone, but I didn't believe them. I always have to take things further than anyone else. Isn't that right, Chief? Fine, I see how things are. I don't need any more convincing. Peace, Lan. Miracles are not meant for us. Alright. More self-deprecation. Lan is silent, his eyes shifting from you to Sol to Wendowag. And then she tells us, yeah, you made the right choice. Right here in front of everyone, of course. She's like, yes, you made the right choice, lying. Lesser of two evils. Now let's rest and we can get to the maze. Alright, yeah, because we've all been given fatigue. Alright, this poison better fucking go away ASAP. Alright, let's loot the entire town, because this is not a game made by Larian, so we can do that sort of thing with no consequences. Horgus Squirm! Your name is uncomfortably similar to mine. Finally, someone from the surface. Alright, he's a big fat noble. Who are you? How did you end up here? He's big fat noble. That's pretty much all we gotta know for now. He's a dick about the mongrels, too. What kind of business proposition? Alright, you're gonna pay up, buddy. "3 hours in the Nenio dungeon. Doing it without a guide? Get out. There's no way I would ever try that without a guide. You taking advantage of my dire circumstances? Yes, I am. Very well, make it 2,000. Deal. I'd say money first, but we're in a hole, and I'm pretty sure you just don't have it. Yeah, I don't know why you would ever do that with no guide. No puzzle in this game is well written enough to do with no guide. Alright, wait a minute, I don't want to... Like, there's, I think, one puzzle, and it actually is in the shield maze here, that you can do without a guide. Because it's, like, color coordinated and pretty clever. And then, other than that, Owlcat is not good at making puzzles that make any amount of sense at all. And then they always punish you for like noodling around with it. Alright, those two are chilling. Hey, Uplanders. Oh, you're gonna... yeah. You're the merchant. Actually, since you just told me... oh, do you have anything interesting? Just a longbow? I'll take your potions. Yeah, I mean, they punish you for getting puzzles wrong, too. Like, a lot of the time, if you try to submit a puzzle and you don't have it, like, correct, they'll hit you with a trap or enemies, and it's like, but you made the puzzle impossible, so I don't know what you want me to do. Just gonna look up a guide. Alright. Her face is deformed by an enormous swelling, and she has sharp teeth. Let's trade. I'm gonna sell you all my junk. I don't need, I think, any of this. Yeah, I'll keep one light crossbow. You already have a longsword. You have your rapier. You have your longbow. Definitely don't need a spear or a flail. I don't really need any of this shit. What do you have? Nothing. You're unarmed. Yeah, see, I'll give myself the crossbow. No accessories, ingredients. I doubt I'll use inflict wounds, but whatever. What have you got? You've got shit that... oh, I could actually buy braces of armor. Right, you don't have anything good here. Masterwork. Thick pads. Is it even possible to have the money to buy this? Braces of armor could be your first purchase. Scrolls might be useful. How much is that going to cost me? $5.50. We'll do that. And then I'll take one of those. Maybe for the dog. Alright. Nacho, have you ever played this game, man? Be real. Alright, Wendoweg's getting us out of here halfway through our rest. Alright, let's go. Right, another thing. You could have chosen to not listen to me, but you did. That means you have real strength in you. Yeah. don't tell me that it's a skill issue to not be able to do the puzzles in this without looking shit up, because there's literally no way to get them. Except for trial and error. And I'm not gonna take a bunch of cloud kill traps just to trial and error through a fucking puzzle. Alright. Where are we? We're down a companion, so that's not good. But we weren't taking land with us. Yo, play Kingmaker. I highly recommend it. It's much more playable than this just because this is madness difficulty. Kingmaker is actually doable. And then once you've done Kingmaker, play this. This is the best... I would say the second best written CRPG after Mask of the Betrayer. Kingmaker's super, super, super fun, too. Like, this one I get burnt out on certain parts of it. Like, I get burnt out on the fact that... oh, my lord. Why? I get burnt out on the fact that all you have to... all you have to fight are fucking demons all the time, and that shit is irritating.
So it comes to this.
I might want... I kind of wish I didn't.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh my god, please stop.
Guide my blade.
You know, it's pretty one note in terms of, like, enemy variety and, like, theming. It's all fucking demons all day, every day, and that's kind of irritating. But, fuck's sake, you couldn't hit a 7. Now you're gonna pay for it. You just paid dearly for it.
Take you.
Great. We get nothing out of it. But Kingmaker, the enemy variety, is phenomenal. Like, the environment variety is phenomenal. The writing's good enough. There are some great companion characters. Jesus. This is so irritating. Why do you suck so far? Should not have taken... I should have given you a bow for this beginning. I may do that actually. You're going to the back line, Missy. Play it when I play Deadfire? I was gonna play the first one before I played Deadfire.
There are many roads to success.
Alright. Bas Relief of Baphomet, Demon Lord. Lord of Minotaurs and Lord of the Labyrinth. Who has the best portrait and also the best voice acting other than Wenduag in the whole game by a million. First one just got turn-based mode, and I did hear about that. It does make it enticing, I'll be honest. Okay. Why can you only move? You can't shoot? Why did I make you shoot? Oh, fuck. It's you that should have, and you can't wield a crossbow. Why can't you wield a crossbow? Oh, we're fucked. Just wasted it. Alright. There we go. That's right, Wendy. Yeah, it might be the worst. Oh, we're fucked. Oh, alright, not bad. Kill the wizard. Oh, there's another wizard. Oh my god. Not cool. Alright. Wizard v Wizard. Well, Sorcerer v Wizard.
No match for me.
Fuck, someone hit her.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh, come on, Wolf.
Am I at my limit?
Why is everyone going after... We can always hit after they've hit us. It's so irritating. 0 damage. Fiendish resistance. Alright, we're back off that. We're gonna do a different element. We're gonna turn on point blank shot. We're never gonna use Vital Strike. You're just gonna have to get a little closer to the action. Oh, I told myself I wasn't gonna save scum on stream, but I swear some of these chests I just want to not fail to pick the lock. And that's the other thing that I think, you know, BG3 pretty obviously does better than this, is the fact that I feel like I don't really have to save scum on BG3. Every roll of the dice, like with, you know, it's like you have a good DM. Every roll of the dice feels meaningful, and like both failure and success are interesting. Oh, that's sick. That's why I give her 1 level of rogue rowdy, because that right there, that sneak attack damage. Alright, let's see if you can do this. Yes. Get him. Oh my god. You miss so much. And now he's trying to hit you with a glaive. Please do it again. Yes. And you... Oh my god, it's a 1 and he had 2 HP left. Please. Oh, please. Yes, okay.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yes, you are. Alright, all these scrolls are going to be super useful, actually, if I'm going to do a non-save scummy playthrough. And I like this. There are books in this game that give skill, or like give upgrades, and I mean, they only work for the main character, but this one, Tome of the Minotaur, Sermons of the Labyrinth, and then you read it, and it says, you learned something new from this book. You go into character, abilities, and it tells you what it did. Tome of the Minotaur gives a +1 to attack and damage with glaive. And that is a great thing to have on a character like my demon run.
What do we have here?
Because he uses a glaive. She, actually, decided to do a chick. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, we got mongrels. Critical hit of 3. They're all trying to beat us up with their hands and feet. Yeah, this game is definitely tough. Fuck. Definitely tougher early on.
I'll cut you wide open.
Because the margins are just so slim. And none of your... How have you not tripped anyone?
No match for me.
None of your builds can really come online early on. Night Nacho. Good luck not dying. I will die, I promise. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I would ever try to play on unfair. Actually, that's not true. One day I might, but yeah, it just seems like I'm seeing here, like even on core, this ain't easy. Alright, mongrels. You probably know them. Yeah, okay. She definitely knows them. Alright, let's go. Right. Now do you see why she didn't want them to come here? Yeah, because these guys would fucking kill everybody. Actually, you know what? I think... Who's my highest lore religion? +1, +0, +3, +1. Okay. You're gonna have to self-administer. Treat affliction. See if that doesn't... Yeah, she got rid of the lizard venom. Doesn't get rid of the dexterity damage, though. Get your lizard familiar. Alright. Now you're at +22. What does that do? No. You can take a chain shirt, right? No, that limits your max dex. What about leather? Alright, you can take leather. There's a really nice glaive in here that, in the shield maze, that I used until... Oh, you're also gonna have a shield. There we go. 25 AC. We're getting closer here. There's a really nice glaive in the shield maze that I used all the way up until the end of Act 3. Or the end of Act 2. And then at the end of Act 2 you get... Oh, Jesus. At the end of Act 2, you get a really nice... Oops. You get a really nice glaive. Assuming this is going to make me fight, though. You get a really nice glaive finally, but...
Save the last one for me.
In the south of Canabras, there's a succubus there. She's toughest battle. Yeah, there's a couple fights where I'm doing them on core. Also, I'm not getting any of the achievements, and I think that's because my game isn't syncing with online, because it says I don't have enough I don't have enough like space or something. But I'm kind of pissed because I'm beating all these guys on core that are really nice to you know, I'm beating all these guys on core that have achievements to beat them, like the water elemental we'll see in a few minutes. Alright, it's taken him a 20 to hit Camellia, or to hit Sela, so hopefully someone rolls higher than a 5, higher than a 10. Oh my lord. Can the dice just help me out here a little? Of course. See, he can roll a crit before we can do anything, and now he's going to turn his attention on one of you. Trip. Fails. Oh, you needed to roll a 9 and you rolled an 8. Story of the day. Alright. You've got to go on defensive. Oh, not you. You have to go on defensive.
You are today's sacrifice.
fuck's sake. Obviously, it's going to be even harder to hit now. Come on, I have like 15 people. I have 5 people, and he's critting more often than I'm hitting at all. See, not hitting on a 14. I'm gonna have to reload and actually use a spell against him, and that's really irritating. Trip, please. Get the trip. Thank you. That's so irritating.
No match for me.
It's gonna be great when it actually comes online, but for now, we're going 1 hit point at a time. He has 58. Holy shit, we're in trouble. Oh boy. There we go. 9. Alright, let's use a spell. How about that? Oh my god. As soon as I turned it up to a 19 to hit, it's still... Jesus, he's rolling so high. He had high rolls to hit Sela, decently high roll to hit fighting defensively Camellia. And I'm only just now starting to roll. There we go, critical hit of 4. See, I don't know what the rules difference is. Don't hit me. Okay. I don't know what the rules difference is, but in Kingmaker, my cantrips scaled. Yeah, this is just to disarm 1 trap, seriously. Please. Cantrips scaled in Kingmaker. I'm pretty sure. I remember doing decent damage on cantrips with, what's her name? The hypersexual chick with the curly hair. But in this game, I can be level 12, and my cantrips are still rolling a 1d3, so I don't know what the rules difference was. We're going 1 at a time. He's got 6 hit points left. That's 1 hit from you, Wendwag. Or 1 crit from you, Calvin. But you'd rather get swung at. Please. Jesus. You know, I didn't have this much trouble on my solo playthrough, and I'll tell you why. Or on my non-stream playthrough. Because my main character was a melee guy, and used a glaive, so I would just run around and absolutely wreck people. Okay, there's the trip. Missed the attack of opportunity. Please. Oh, thank God. Alright, it wasn't just for 1 trap, it's for all this loot, too. That's a cool looking shield. I have a question. Who uses exotic weapons in this game? Because there are so many cool exotic weapons in this game, but it seems like every main character has weapons that they like already use. Wait, did you fail that?
I am
There we go.
hopeful, am I not?
Alright, you need to heal a little bit. I need to level 3, or like ASAP. Oh my god, look at all these potions I'm using. But yeah, if anyone in chat knows the difference between the cantrips in this game, oh thank God. If I failed to pick the lock with the... Is that a... No, it's just regular rapier. See, cold iron, masterwork, masterwork, masterwork. Well, I could give you a crossbow. What happened? Why wasn't I able to give you a crossbow earlier? Now you're encumbered. Cold iron rapier. Alright. You're gonna keep that. You're gonna keep that. But if you do get hit again, I might swap you. Oh, that's right, you still have that. And I have my scrolls. Okay. Where are we going? Is this where we want to go? We already did all of that? Alright. This goes to the basement. Oh. I don't know if I want to do that then. Yeah, Regil with the gnome hooked hammer. It's pretty sick too. But I don't know, I've considered doing Bastard Sword on Sela, because there are some really good Bastard Swords, and the more mongrels. The long swords have been a little disappointing. Like, I just got the improvement that goes on. Hey, here we go. The improvement that, oh, 19 damage, 1-2x sick. That, oh, you know what? I think I missed out on a throwing axe. Damn. I think that merchant sold one. Not fucking paying attention. Why are we trying to strike Camellia?
Go for their hearts. The light, take you.
There we go. I just got the upgraded Radiance, and it isn't that good. It's supposed to be like the longsword of the like narrative of the game, and it's super disappointing, especially compared to almost any of the named weapons in this game. Please, thank you. There's no reason these guys should be killing Camellia. Alright, you're going... Yeah. But yeah, I really like some of those options. I gotta be careful I don't do anything foolish here. How close are we to leveling up? Decently close. We should... Another corrupted mongrel? I can kill mongrels.
I'll rip you apart!
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh my god, it's gonna take it 20 feet to hit. DLCs equip you better? Yeah, but I actually haven't played... Oh, nice. Haven't played much of the DLCs. I played a little bit of... Which one did I play? Played the one where you're like a random citizen and not at all special. And that one was... it was okay. It didn't really capture my attention at all. And I played a little bit of the roguelike one, which obviously isn't that fun, because it takes out half of the fun of a CRPG. There we go, got the trip off. Oh my god, now Sela's dying. At least she gets a high roll every time on her. What are we looking at here? Oh boy.
Bathe in your blood.
Can we get a little further away?
You are today's sacrifice.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
I'll rip you apart.
Lord of Nothing. Yeah, I've heard.
So this is how it feels.
Why are you going? Why is everyone going for Camellia? She's just a random fucking ranging person. Oh my god.
The light, take you.
Stop hitting me. Come on, you can't hit on a 12. Attacking Calvin.
Into the fray.
So it comes to this.
Come on. Oh my god, we're missing on an 8. Someone's got to do something about that.
Guide my blade.
Dead. Ugh, do I really have to...
You've made your choice.
Ah, no, now you got the dog.
I shall survive.
I'm not gonna make it through this. It's ridiculous. This is really stupid. And he got the reflex save, so I'm wasting... Stop missing. You don't even... You should be hitting more than 50% of the time, and you're not. Yeah.
The light, take you.
They'll beg me
Yeah,
to
we're cooked here, people, if you didn't notice. There we go. The grease finally happens for us. Get behind the door, just in case that person gets up. Oh my god.
No glory without risk.
How is my save DC so low also? Finally, 7 left. Come on, Sela. Got the reflex save. And you got the hit, obviously.
Guide my blade.
8. What? -1 hit point. What the fuck is going on here?
The light, take you.
What is going on? Thank you.
Into the fray.
I'd never expected this to be such a difficult playthrough.
The inheritor.
I was fucking killing it on
No match for me.
the one I was doing myself.
Just sit here.
Yeah, hard to kill or something like that. Die hard. Oh my god. Please.
Does anyone require my counsel?
Dylan, Zach, are you guys still in chat? Are you still watching? Watching me get fucking brutalized? Yo, what's up? Alright. Armor class 19, armor class 25. And you're still getting hit at 25 armor class, by the way. You're in Discord too? I'm not in Discord right now. I might call it in a minute. Alright, decent high rolls here. And another high roll. Everybody's drinking potions. Yeah, what do you guys think so far? I mean, hasn't been a lot of narrative, but you know, we got Wendawag, we got the Wendawag and land thing was decently interesting. And
What do we have
there
here?
we go.
I hope you appreciate this.
Yawn Fest. You even watching?
Watch out for trouble.
Yeah, this is, I mean, there's definitely been misfest happening. Oh boy. Hand of Hostile, I do need to kill you though.
Keep your calm.
Alright.
No fear.
That's a 2, decent.
Go for their heart.
Take the shot, suck. Oh no, that was horrible. What a horrible misclick.
This will leave a bruise.
How are you hitting Sela? She genuinely rolled an 18. Nobody.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Come
I'll
on.
cut you wide open.
Yeah, especially the beginning is a big misfest.
I'll just sit
No! No! This is all bad. Yeah, this is where the first reload has to happen. And that may be it for the night.
No, not like
Yeah. Adios. Ain't no way we're getting through this. Alright, as soon as we get through this fight, which is not gonna happen here. That'll be... I'm gonna get through this fight and that'll be it. Yeah, for real. Core at its best.
I am helpful, am I not?
But again, like I was saying, I mean, maybe it's just the strength of, like, the glaive playthrough, but I was absolutely wrecking house with my, like, just taking them down with my regular playthrough. And, like, couldn't tell me nothing. I beat the water elemental on my first try. Bear's endurance? No. Bark skin? No. It's not worth using this stuff up, though. That's the problem. You know, like, I'm gonna need all this stuff. You're gonna get a cooler looking shield. Yeah, it's not worth using any of this up, really. Within touch range, I never want to be within touch range. Alright, I'm gonna use this, though. Not...
A bright future awaits us.
Because you need your dexterity back.
Yes.
Yeah, I walked through the water elemental, didn't even get hit, and then on this playthrough I can't. It's looking like I didn't build any of my characters out. Properly. Come on, see, if something is so simple as a 7, we need to be hitting on that. Please trip. Again, just going for random people.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Okay, that was lucky. Please kill.
I'll cut you wide open.
Come on. Missed it by 1. There we go. Why are you shooting Wundawag? And now it looks like you're going for Germ. See, that was the other difference. I'm running away. Oh, you're within glaive range. Great. So that's going to provoke an attack of opportunity. He didn't hit me, though.
The spirits demand your blood.
See, that was the difference. In my playthrough, where I'm playing on my own, everybody attacked Sela all the time, and still attacks only Sela pretty much. Can we hit, please? But on this one, they're going for like my casters and ranged people first.
You are today's sacrifice.
I don't get it. He resisted the trip? Alright, you gotta die soon, or you're gonna start hitting on some of these 17s.
Go for their hearts.
Come on. Oi.
I'll cut you wide open.
Maybe I should have just done a glaive build and been a little more careful. Every time he swings that glaive, I get freaked out. Please hit. Asking doesn't help. Come on. Yep, there it is. Ow.
Into the fray.
The spirits demand your blood.
Please. Kill. Oh my god, and now you took the dog down. And no one can hit.
You are today's sacrifice.
There we go. Why are you shooting at Camellia? I have a big armored knight here. Attack her. There we go. But now obviously you're gonna attack Camellia. Yeah, there's an armored knight in your face.
Guide my blade.
Should have paid more attention to her, honestly.
I sense something.
Alright, got the hostile as orders. How close are we to leveling up? How are we going so slow? This playthrough is a disaster. If they attack you, you can die. Alright, friends. That is where we bring it to a close for the night. Alright. I'm gonna try to write my book a bit. More evil coming up. The further we go in, the more fun it gets, obviously. I'm gonna move this up here, I think, for next stream, so you can see the dialogue box. Alright. Alright, peace out.